If you're wondering why your ex-girlfriend or someone you've dated in the past is watching your stories, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 major reasons why she's watching your stories and what's the proper way to handle this situation moving forward. What's up, guys? I'm Kent Marcus, a dating and relationship coach, helping men become the best versions of themselves so they can attract the type of high-quality partner they've always wanted. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and click on the bell notification so you can be alerted when I have any new content coming out. And with that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first reason why she may be watching your stories is she's trying to keep tabs on you. You have to remember that women are curious by nature. And so if you haven't reached out to her at all since the ending between you two and she has an inkling that maybe you're dating other people and moving on, that's naturally going to cause her interest in you to rise because you're being a mystery and a challenge. And so she may be watching your stories to see if you're a potential option for her in the future or if you're already taken. And so maybe she's dating somebody right now and things are starting to go sideways or they've already broken up. And this is especially the case if after you guys broke up, she hadn't watched any of your stories. And then all of a sudden, a few months later or a year later, it's like a light switch turned on and all of a sudden she's watching most, if not all of your stories. On the other hand, she could also just be dating around in the dating pool and guys just aren't measuring up to you and she's starting to second guess things. So this goes into the second reason why she may be watching your stories, and that's she's checking to see if she made a mistake. And so if you've been improving yourself and you've been focused on your purpose and you haven't reached out to her at all since the ending between you two, or you have some mutual friends that have been talking highly about you and your progress, then she may be curious if she made the wrong decision by ending things with you, and so she's watching your stories to see if that's the case. It's natural for us humans to want reassurance that we've made the right decisions in our lives, and so if you're posting sappy stories about how you're all alone or you miss her so much, or your social media just consists of you playing video games or smoking weed all day, then essentially you're validating to her that she made the right decision because, quite frankly, you're acting like a schmuck. On the other hand, if you're posting high quality content showing that you're improving yourself or that you're doing fun and exciting things, and she can see that you've moved on and you're living a happy life without her, she's really going to start to wonder why she made that decision in the first place. Alright, so the third reason why she may be watching your stories is she's testing the waters to see how you'll react. So maybe she has regained interest in you, but she's too scared to make the first move due to fear of rejection, considering she's rejected you in the past. And so she's watching your stories consistently in the hopes that you'll get the hint and you'll rekindle things by reaching out to her first. On the other hand, she may be willing to initiate contact, but right now she isn't sure if you're even still interested in her. And this is especially the case if you have gone full no contact and you haven't engaged with her at all since the ending between you two. And so she may be watching your stories in the hopes that you'll reciprocate in some way. Whether that's through watching her stories or liking or commenting on a post or whatever that lets her know that there's still potential there. Alright, so the fourth reason why she may be watching your stories is she's just looking for attention. So she may have absolutely no intentions of seeing or dating you again, but wants the validation of knowing that you're still interested in her and what she's up to. You guys got to understand that most women, especially very attractive women, they have plenty of guys in their Snapchats and Instagrams who are liking all their posts, DMing them, watching all their stories, and consistently showering them with compliments. And so when you're not acting like 99% of those other guys out there, she's going to be curious and wondering what you're up to. So she may just be watching your stories out of that curiosity why you're not acting like most of the guys in her friends list, or in the hopes that you'll reciprocate and start watching hers, which will then add you to that list of other guys and will give her that ego boost that she's looking for. Alright, so the fifth and final reason why she may be watching your stories is she's bored. Sometimes, guys, it just really isn't that deep. There's plenty of guys and girls who just watch through all their stories because they're bored on a Monday night and they really aren't thinking anything more of it. She's not singling you out. She's not even thinking that you're aware that she's watching your stories, and it's just part of her daily routine. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind and not read so much into it because there's so many reasons why she could be watching your stories, and this is just another one of them. So regardless of the reason or reasons she's watching your stories, how do you handle this situation? Well, the first option is something that may work if you've been in no contact for a long time or when things initially went sideways. And if the reason that she's watching your stories is because she has regained interest in you, but she isn't willing to reach out yet because she doesn't know if you're still interested in her. And so in that case, you can watch 1 to 2 of her stories absolutely max. And what that lets her know is that you might still be interested in her and that she might have another chance with you. And so this may be the catalyst that causes her to initiate contact. However, if after doing so, she still isn't reaching out to you, then I would immediately go back to no contact and not continue to watch them. So the second option, which I actually think is the better option, is to not pay attention to what she's doing and don't engage with her social media at all. So don't BS yourself and think, oh my God, she's watching my story. She's definitely interested in me again, so I'm going to reach out to her and try and schedule something. No. If she's the one who dumped you or ghosted you or whatever, then she has to be the one to reach out to you first. And if she is watching your stories because she is interested in you again, then watching your stories is the absolute bare minimum that she could be doing to win you back, and you deserve a lot more than the bare minimum. So if you are watching her stories right now, I suggest you immediately stop, because otherwise it's preventing you from moving forward with your life because you're dwelling on the past, and it's continuing to give her validation that she doesn't deserve. And so by going full no contact and not engaging with her whatsoever, this prevents her from getting the peace of mind knowing that you're still interested in her, and it also causes her to have to feel the loss of you completely. And if she's not okay with the idea of never hearing from or seeing you again, she'll eventually reach out. All right, guys, so that's the 5 main reasons why an ex or a girl you've dated in the past is still watching your stories, as well as the best ways to handle that situation to allow for her to reach out to you in the future. However, there is absolutely no guarantee that she'll come back. So it's extremely important that you continue to focus on your purpose and not dwell on somebody who isn't giving you the time of day. So if you have any questions or comments, or you have a specific topic you want me to cover, make sure to leave a comment in the section below, and I'll talk to you later.